Good morning. We have a little special video for you today. We're gonna do a Q&A that has been compiled
of a bunch of frequently asked questions.
And we are going to answer some of them today.
The first question is, Peter, what is that ring that you have on your hand that's not your wedding ring?
So I pretty much never take this ring off, both of these rings, although who will remember when I actually took them off and it felt so weird to take them off just a couple months ago when I got poison all over my hands.
I was like trying to remember, why was that?
And I had to take my rings off. Yeah, so this is a signet ring that I got, I think when I was 18. And it's got my initials on it, like engraved in it. And it was kind of a special family gift. And then Mary got a signet ring when we were living in Scotland.
Yeah.
We were, I think it was one day we were at the Christmas market. Do you remember that?
And we walked over to that jewelry shop.
Yeah, it was a jewelry shop right across the street from the Christmas market.
And there were a bunch of wolves walking by us. Do you remember that person with a bunch of those
like a pack of wolf-looking dogs.
Cheers! Have a good rest of your night. Woohoo! Do a dance.
Do a dance.
See ya. That guy is doing a headstand in a bucket. Okay. Everybody needs a hobby. Oh no, thank you. We're taking film. Thanks. Just a pack of wolves in the middle of the city. You know. That's normal, right?
They were leashed, but yeah, that was strange.
So we walked across that street.
And we went in this little jewelry shop, and I think we saw a ring in the window that caught our eye, and then Mary was looking at the rings, and...
So it's a signet ring, and so it just has the letter F for Frey on it, and then it has this like scrolly design on it, and I think it was... Is it a children's ring?
I don't know, or was it a pinky ring?
I can't remember. It was, I have fairly small fingers, so finding a ring was, you know, we just had to make sure it came small enough.
Yeah.
But either way, we found one, we liked it, we ordered it, and
it was hand engraved at like an Edinburgh shop, which was kind of cool.
So it was like my Scotland treasure. So that's the story behind his ring.
Rings.
Yeah. Do you often get told that you look alike?
I think we get it in comments on videos that people have no idea who we are and they just come across our video and they're like, are they brother and sister?
I feel like maybe when we were in college, people would ask that.
Yeah, I think it kind of makes sense. The blonde hair.
We kind of, I don't know. We smile. Do we look alike?
So one of the questions was how the transition from pastoring to online sermons has been. And that's a really good question. So many of you know I was a pastor for the past several years in Massachusetts. And when we moved to North Carolina, that was a transition career-wise in terms of I'm not working full-time as a pastor. And so when we moved, I had a lot of ideas about what that transition would look like. And so I have my YouTube channel, youtube.com/PeterFreyLife. And so I started with doing kind of these short daily devotional style videos where I basically talk about what it looks like to live with hope in a world full of brokenness. And so that's kind of the theme behind that podcast. And when Mary and I got sick in the beginning of March, I was kind of forced to take a break from the podcast. And then since then, it's been a couple of months, I haven't been doing the podcast. And I think it's been a season of me kind of reevaluating. I really, really loved doing the podcast, but also I think for myself, it wasn't the daily nature of it, and the format of it wasn't fully sustainable for me. And so I get a lot of energy and joy from speaking to people in person and preaching in the church setting. Yeah. And doing it to a video camera every day was really, really draining for me. And so I really loved it. Like, there's aspects of it, like, I really loved it because it really tapped into a lot of my joy and passion for communicating the Bible and its relevance to our everyday lives. I really love that aspect. But I've been taking time to reevaluate what format works best for online and for me. And so one of the other questions is, am I going to be coming back to the podcast? And the answer is yes, but I haven't quite figured out yet what that format is and what it looks like, how often it is. And so I'm still working and dreaming on that.
Yeah. Another question is, how has it been different caring for a hairless cat compared to caring for Ollie? Pretty similar / different needs, similar needs. It's interesting. I had been researching hairless cats for a long time. Like, I've had a love for these cats for a long time. So I had been researching what
I just think it's funny to look back on, like, years ago.
Yeah.
Mary's like pulling up a YouTube video of a hairless cat taking a bath, and she's like, Peter, you gotta see this.
It's so cute.
And she's always just loved hairless cats, and I guess it's just funny to think back then it was just this fascination.
Yeah, like we never thought we would ever have one. So I had been researching, because, okay, basically when we moved into this house, I think we put the contract a year ago. Wasn't it like June 11th?
It was.
And then closing was later in July or whatever.
Yeah.
But so June 11th, we like put the contract in on this house, and we were like, this house has cat doors. Should we replace all the doors? And Peter goes, well, I guess since we have cat doors, we should probably get a hairless cat. And it was kind of a joke.
It was a joke because partially I have always told Mary, if you want a hairless cat, you're gonna, like, if you wanted a hairless cat, you would have had to marry a different person because I was not into hairless cats.
Cats in general, he's not like into. But we just have to take one short pause to look at these two.
They're so cute.
That is outrageously adorable. So basically, I had been researching the care for a hairless cat, and I knew you need to bathe it, clip its nails, and clean its ears, and like, you know, just like that sort of stuff. And I was like, well, I have poodle ears that I already have to take care of. I know how to do that. I know how to clip nails because the poodle nails. Bathing is bathing. So I like was learning that stuff ahead of time when it was just kind of imaginary. And then when Harry needed a new home, I was like, okay, I think I can do this. And so there are, you know, you feed them, you clean them, you love them.
So hairless cats you have to bathe because they don't have hair to kind of wick away the oils on the skin. And so he's like not particularly dirty.
No.
Like we just have to bathe him to keep up with his hygiene, and his ears we have to clean.
Yeah.
Which we have to clean Ollie's ears. Harry's, I feel like Harry's pretty low maintenance. I think on the scale of cats, like hairless cats are more maintenance. Yeah. But for us,
he doesn't get hairballs.
Yeah. And except when, no, he's never got it, but every once in a while I feel a poof of Ollie's hair is there. He's kind of, what is this? Pretty low maintenance.
He doesn't love bath time. So hairless cats, you can hear some people bathe them weekly, some people bathe them monthly. It kind of depends on the cat. That's what I'm learning as I read more. He's kind of like every 10 to 15 days, you know, kind of like maybe once a week, maybe twice a month, that sort of thing. And he doesn't love it like that cat in that YouTube video we watched all those years ago, but he's pretty patient about it. It doesn't take that long. I use a shampoo that is formulated for Sphynx cats and some exfoliating gloves that the shampoo came with. So anyway, Harry, and then the other question about Harry was indoor cat versus outdoor cat. He has always been an indoor cat, like in his home before we got him. He was almost 7 years old when we got him. And again, as I read about Sphynx cats, a couple of the things that you have to watch out for, like sunburns. If you take them outside, you need to be really careful about sunburns. I'm still learning Harry, and I have this fear that if we take him outside and like let him look around, he might like bolt. I have no idea if he would or wouldn't, but he gets a little curious about getting out the door and that sort of thing. So at this point, you know, he's been with us for about 6 months. We're still getting to know him. At this point, he's an indoor cat, but we'll see if he ever, I don't know, we'll see.
We've had the thought, if we screened in, like we have a little part of our back porch that's covered, like if we screened that in, maybe that would be an area he could go out and chill. But I doubt we're gonna do that anytime soon, and
yeah, we'll see. I know you're gonna have a funny perspective on this.
Okay, what's the question?
Things you like or dislike about online grocery shopping.
Oh, okay.
This kind of harkens back to when we started doing Walmart grocery pickup in Massachusetts.
Yes.
So what is one of the things that I discovered?
I don't know what the answer is.
Like how I get new treats and stuff?
Oh yeah, okay. So I think for a lot of people, they'll say that online shopping is better because they have less impulsive buys, like seeing something in the store, they're like, oh, I'll buy that. Whereas online, it's more, what do you call it? Do you want to answer?
It's just I know it's an automated message from an like pharmacy.
Online pharmacy,
yeah. It's fine.
Okay, so a lot of people will say online shopping is better because you have less impulsive buys, but I think for Mary, she has many more impulsive buys when she's shopping online.
Yeah, because I'll be thinking like, I'll see something recommended, say Twinkies or something, and I'm like, oh, I don't want Twinkies. And then I'm like, well, wait a second, didn't Peter say he likes to eat whatever, fill in the blank, I don't even know. Let's say, okay, well, let's take the popsicles that I recently bought.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so I'm doing an online Aldi grocery haul the other day, and I see just that like one of the recommended items was this root beer popsicle thing. And I was like, oh, interesting. And then I was like, wait a second. I think Peter told me that whenever he was a kid, he'd get a snow cone and he would choose root beer flavor. So I was like, maybe I should get the root beer popsicles for him.
Logical.
So I will add that to the cart. And then, you know, I have these random recommendations that make me think of something else. And I'll be like, oh, maybe Peter and I should try that. And
I have another theory about this, is like usually when we're grocery shopping in the store, we have to be pretty like on task because, especially in the past, Mary's had limited energy to grocery shop, and so there isn't a lot of like shopping around for all the things. But when you're sitting on the couch and just scrolling, but it's, I have to say, I give Mary a hard time about it, but I've loved it. She's gotten all kinds of fun treats since shopping online.
And like, for your birthday, I couldn't obviously go to the store and go shopping for stuff. So I did an online, or a Walmart grocery pickup, and he didn't know what I ordered. I ordered a bunch of little like dollar candies that I knew he liked, like the little Red Hots and that sort of thing. So it wasn't like a big extravagant shopping order, but I got him some surprises. So there's a benefit, at least during this time, a way to get your special person some special treats.
And did I mention that my perspective on hairless cats has changed?
If that wasn't evident, he's like, not really sure about this kind of snuggle here.
Oh, come on. Oh, it's okay, buddy.
Hi.
He has this new thing when I'm working in the working room. Like I sit in my like high table height chair, so he can't jump up there, but he just stands up and meows until I pick him up.
And then when he stands up, and then he'll take one arm and go. Yeah, we never knew all the different sounds that cats make. It's been fun to learn. And thank you guys for being on that journey with us. It's been fun for you guys to get to know our newest Hairless member. And I know that...
Oh, this is another cat maintenance, like hairless cat thing. He gets eye boogers like, like it's his job.
Yeah.
So that is one. Although Ollie gets eye boogers too.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot like us. We need to keep ourselves clean. But yeah, so, all right, from the 4 of us to you, wherever you are.
As always.
And the 4th one is back there.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Good night. And of course, good night from this little poodle. Go say good night.